Okay, I have already explained you what is a portal frame. Portal frame is a structure or a structural system in which there are some beams are there which are resting on columns, and all the joints like this, these joints are rigid joint. Then we consider this particular type of structural system as a portal frame. Now what may happen if you have some portal frame like this? Okay, let us consider we are having some portal frame. Okay, we are having some portal frame like this. Okay, and if this particular portal frame is subjected to some lateral load or some horizontal load, what will happen? There may be a possibility that this particular frame may get deflected like this. This particular portal frame may get deflected like this. Okay, let us consider the frame was ABCD. Okay, and the deflected shape may be AB dash C dash D, like this. Okay, why this deflection is occurring? Because there is some horizontal or lateral load is acting on this particular frame, therefore some deflection of delta occurred in this particular frame. Okay, so this type of frames are called as portal frame with side sway. When this particular type of sway can be possible, the first condition is unsymmetrical horizontal loading. Okay, this is the case of unsymmetrical horizontal loading. You can see in this particular problem, you can see here some unsymmetrical horizontal load, P is acting on this particular frame, and due to this the position of B and C is changed to B dash and C dash respectively. Okay, the second condition when such type of sway can be possible, is unsymmetrical vertical loading. Let us consider second example for unsymmetrical vertical loading. Let us consider we are having same frame like this, and this particular frame is subjected to some unsymmetrical vertical loading. Let us consider P is acting at a distance A from this point B, capital B, and at a distance small b from this capital C point. Okay, in this case also there may be sway or lateral deflection of this particular frame may takes place. Okay, the third condition when such type of sway can be possible is when non-uniform members of the frame are there. Okay, let us consider we are having a frame like this. We are having a frame, portal frame like this. Okay, and it is subjected to some load P. Okay, you can see here the members are non-uniform. This member AB is having more height as compared with CD. Then in this case also there may be some sway is possible. Also you can see here in this particular 4 number example, if you are having some frame like this, if we are having a frame like this, let us consider it is again ABCD. Okay, let us consider the moment of inertia is beam is I, and the moment of inertia of column AB is 2I and CD is again I. This particular type of frame will also undergo sway. This will also undergo sway because of non-uniform sections of column. But if you see, if we are having this will be twice I. Let us consider the column AB and CD are twice I, and the beam is having moment of inertia I. Then this will not be a sway problem. Okay, it will not be a sway problem because the moment of inertia of columns is same, only moment of inertia of beam is different. Okay, this won't be a sway problem. But if we have this moment of inertia of columns as different moment of inertia, then there will be sway. The fifth condition when sway may be possible is different end conditions. Let us consider we have some support, some frame like this which is having hinge support at one of the end and a fixed support at other end, and it is subjected to some midspan load of P. Okay, this is ABCD frame. Okay, here also sway will be there. Here also here also in this particular type of problem sway will be there because of unidentical or different support condition. You can see here at end A it is fixed and end D is a hinged support, then also there may be possibility of settlement, there may be possibility of sway. Sixth condition when there will be possibility of sway is there is when we will be having settlement of support. Let us consider we are having same frame, okay, ABCD. If we are having a frame ABCD as shown in 6th number, okay, this is A, B, C and D. Okay, let us consider this support A is settled by an amount delta. A is settled by an amount delta, then there will be sway will be there, then there will be a sway in this particular type of frame. Okay, or if any of these above cases or 7th number combination of any of these cases, then there will be settlement, there will be sway of frame will takes place. Okay, now one condition is there when sway may not be possible. If you consider some frame is there, okay, all these cases sway will be there. Okay, okay, all these cases will be problems with sway. But if we have some arrangement like this, if we are having say some arrangement like this, okay, it is subjected to some unsymmetrical loading, let us consider like this. Okay, this will be a sway problem, but if we provide some lateral restrictions to the movement like this, we are providing some hinge support at point B, then this won't be a sway problem, this will be a no sway frame with no sway. Okay, this will be a frame with no sway. Again, if we are having some frame like this, which we have seen in the last problem, here, okay, if we see this particular frame here, again you can see, okay, in this particular problem also we are having some lateral restrictions here. Okay, we are having some lateral restrictions here, therefore this will be a non-sway problem, okay, which we have already covered. Okay, so for analysis of such types of problems with sway, what we'll be doing is that, because whenever there will be some sway, we will be having one additional unknown delta. Let us consider we are having some frame like this, okay, let us consider we are having a frame ABCD like this. Some frame is there which is as shown in this particular figure ABCD. Okay, this particular frame, let us consider it is subjected to some uniformly distributed load. W per unit length. Okay, let us consider it is W per unit length. Okay, as shown in this particular figure. Okay, and it is subjected to some load, let us consider the load acting on this particular frame is P, lateral load is there. Okay, now you can see in this particular frame the loading is unsymmetrical, the column positions are unsymmetrical, because the length of this column AB, LAB is less than LCD. Okay, therefore this particular frame will undergo some sort of deflection. Okay, let us consider the deflected shape may be like this, so the new position of B will be B dash and new position of C will be C dash, like this. Okay, why this is happening? Because of unsymmetrical or non-uniform sections of your column, this particular frame will undergo sway, Okay, therefore due to this sway, what happened, some deflection, new unknown of deflection delta is produced. Okay, you can see here this value of delta will be there. this additional deflection will be there. So for this particular type of problem we will be having three unknowns, that is deflection at slope at B, that is theta B, slope at B, theta at C, that is slope at C, and one additional unknown will be there, delta. One additional unknown will be there, that will be delta, that is deflection or deformation, whatever you call it. Okay, now we have two equations of equilibrium, that is summation of moment at B is equal to 0 for this particular frame, summation of moment at B is equal to 0, and second unknown equation of equilibrium is summation of moment at C is equal to 0. But as we are having three unknowns, okay, we will need at least three equations of equilibrium for analyzing this particular type of problem. So what we will be doing, we will be preparing one additional equation of equilibrium based on the shear condition. We will be developing one additional equation of equilibrium based on the shear condition. Okay. Yeah, okay. We will need one additional equation of equilibrium for solving this type of problem which are having some sway. Now this additional equation of equilibrium is called as a shear equation or a shear condition, shear equation or shear condition Okay, so we will see how this additional equation of equilibrium is prepared. Now for developing an additional equation of equilibrium, what the additional equation of equilibrium will be summation of horizontal forces equal to 0. Okay, this will be our additional equation of equilibrium and it is called as shear equation or shear condition. Now we have, for this particular case, we will be having summation of horizontal forces equal to 0, means summation of HA and HD and all other horizontal forces acting on this particular frame, that will be 0. So let us first, what we will be doing, we will draw the free body diagram for column AB. Okay, what we will be doing, we will draw the free body diagram for column AB considering all the forces, moment whichever acting on this column AB as positive. So which forces will be acting on this particular column? At this point A, we will be having one vertical reaction, okay, one horizontal reaction. Let us consider this horizontal reaction is HA, this horizontal reaction is HA. Okay, let us consider horizontal reaction here is HA. Then we will be having some moment will be acting here. Let us consider this moment is MAB, this moment is MAB. Okay, at this point B, we will be having again some okay, at this point B we will be having some horizontal reaction, some vertically downward reaction like this. Okay, and some moment will be there. Let us consider the moment is again in clockwise direction. Let us consider the moment is in clockwise direction and this moment is MBA. This moment was MAB. Okay, now for determining the value of HA, what we can do, take summation of moment about this point B is equal to 0, because we are having one additional one condition of equilibrium, that is summation of moment about any point equal to 0. Okay, so if we take summation of moment about B is equal to 0, then it will be MAB plus this moment MBA. Okay, then we are having one horizontal force P is acting here, which is acting at a distance of A from B, small a from B and small b from A. Okay, like this. Okay, so moment produced due to this force P, that will be minus P into A, because P is acting at a distance small a from point B. Okay, then some moment will be produced due to this HA, horizontal reaction at A, that will be minus HA into LAB. This is equal to 0. Just simplify this for HA. So we will be getting HA, take this HA into LAB on right hand side, we will get HA is equal to MAB plus MBA minus PA divided by LAB. Okay, so this is the value of HA. This is how we can calculate the value of HA. Now similarly what we have to do, we have to find out the value of HD, that is horizontal reaction at D, because finally we have to develop this equation, that is summation of horizontal forces is equal to 0. Okay, for that we need HA and HD. So to calculate the value of HD, what we will be doing, consider this free body diagram, consider the free body diagram of column CD. Okay, consider the free body diagram of column CD. So column CD will be like this, and it will be subjected to some horizontal reaction at D. Let us consider the horizontal reaction is positive, is acting in horizontal direction. So it will be HD. Some vertical reaction will be acting like this. Some moment will be developed here. Let us consider this particular moment is positive or clockwise. So this is MCD, this is MCD. Some vertical reaction will be at point C, and some horizontal reaction will be there at point C. This will be HC. Some moment will be developed here. Let us consider this moment is again positive. This moment is MDC. Sorry, there is some mistake is there. Okay, this moment will be MDC. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so this particular moment is MCD. Just a minute. Okay, this moment will be just a minute. Okay, so this particular moment is MCD. Here we have MCD, and this particular moment is MDC. Okay, now for determining the value of HD, we have to find out the value of HD. So how we can find out the value of HD, that is horizontal reaction at D? We will take summation of moment at C is equal to 0. We will take the summation of moment at C is equal to 0. Okay, so taking summation of moment about C is equal to 0, we will get MCD plus MDC minus HD into LCD, where LCD is the length of column CD. This will be HD, horizontal reaction at D, multiplied by LCD. This is equal to 0. Therefore this HD will be equal to MCD plus MDC divided by LCD. Okay, this is your HD. We have found out the value of HA, equation number 1, and HD in equation number 2. And final our condition, additional condition for getting the additional equation is summation of horizontal forces is equal to 0. So apply summation of horizontal forces is equal to 0 for this particular frame. So we get HA plus HD plus P is equal to 0. So this is our final condition of additional equation for solving the problems with sway. Just put the values of these HA and HD in this equation. You will be able to get the third equation of equilibrium based on the shear condition. Okay. Okay, so this is the portal frame which is given for analysis of analysis by using slope deflection method. Now you can see here this particular portal frame is having unsymmetrical horizontal loading. The first condition is unsymmetrical horizontal loading is there, therefore this particular frame will be having sway. The second condition why this particular frame will be having sway, because it is also having unsymmetrical vertical loading. Okay, then therefore it will be having sway. The third condition why this particular frame will be having sway is, you can see here the moment of inertia of column AB and CD are different, therefore there will be sway. And again fourth condition why this particular frame will be having sway, because the height of this column AB and column CD are different, or there is the column AB is having larger height as compared with the CD, therefore it will be having sway. Okay, so this is a problem with sway. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so this is a problem of portal frame with side sway. Okay, so the unknowns will be theta b, that is slope at B here. Okay, here then we will be having another unknown theta c, we have another unknown that is theta c, that is slope here at C. Then we will be having one additional unknown of delta. Okay, delta will be for AB and CD for column only, it will not be for beam. Okay, so these are the unknown, so we will go with the step number 1. The step 1 will be regular to find fixed moment, end moment. Okay, so MFAB, now MFAB will be equal to minus WAB square minus WAB square upon L square. We have W is equal to 2 kilonewton, so 2 into A is 1 multiplied by B is 3 square divided by L square, that is 4 square. So MFAB, this will be equal to minus 1.125 kilonewton meter. Next MFBA, so MFBA, that is fixed end moment BA, this will be equal to the formula will be plus WA square B upon L square upon L. So this equal, we have W is again 1 square into B is 3 divided by 2 square 4 square. So this is equal to 0.75 kilonewton meter. Similarly, write down the slope deflection, fixed end moment for MFBC. The formula is minus WAB square upon L square upon L square. So this is equal to minus W is 16 into A is 0.5, B is 1.5 square divided by 2 square. So equal to we are having this as minus 4.5 kilonewton meter. Okay. MCB, this will be equal to, again formula is WA square B divided by L square, A square B upon L square. So this is equal to 0.5 square into B is 1.5 divided by 2 square. So this is equal to 1.5 kilonewton meter. MCD, this will be equal to minus WL square minus WL square just a minute. Just a minute. We have calculated the values of fixed moment MFAB, BA, BC, CB and MCD. This MCD will be equal to, the formula will be minus WL square upon MCD. This will be equal to minus WL square minus WL square minus WL square upon 12. We have W is equal to, you can see here in this particular problem, okay, W is minus 10, so minus 10 into L is 2 square divided by 12, 2 square divided by 12, and this will be equal to, minus 3.33 minus 3.33 kilonewton meter. Then we have MDC, we have to calculate the MFDC, sorry, this will be MFDC. Okay, this will be again MFCD. Okay, this will be MFCD. MFDC, this is equal to plus WL square upon 12, that is 3.33 kilonewton meter plus 33.33 kilonewton meter. So we have calculated the values of MFAB. This was equal to MFAB was equal to minus 1.125 kilonewton meter. MFBA is equal to, wait a minute, let it be. Okay, MFBA is equal to 0.375, MFBC was equal to minus 4.5 kilonewton meter, MFCB was equal to 1.5 kilonewton meter, MFCD is equal to minus 3.33 kilonewton meter, minus 3.33 kilonewton meter, and MFDC is equal to 3.33 kilonewton meter. These are the values of fixed moment we have already calculated. Okay, now we will see the next step will be to write down the slope deflection equation. Next step will be to write down the slope deflection equation. So step 2 is write down slope deflection equation. Write down the slope deflection equation. This is our frame. I'll redraw the frame here. Okay, this is our frame like this, subjected to some load 2 kilonewton here. This is 1 meter, this is 3 meter, sorry, this is 1 meter, this is 3 meter, this is I, this is twice I, and this is 2 meter. Okay, it is subjected to some UDL of 10 kilonewton per meter, and and a point load of 16 kilonewton is acting here at a distance 0.5, 1.5 here. Okay, this is A, B, C, D. Again this is twice I. Okay, so this is our frame. Okay, so we have written down the slope deflection equation for MAB and MBA. Now next slope deflection equation, that is MBC for beam. This will be equal to MFBC plus 4EI theta B divided by L plus twice EI theta C upon L. Theta C upon L. Here we don't add the term EI delta upon L square because the beam won't be is not undergoing any type of sway. Only columns will be undergoing sway. Okay, so put here we have MFBC is equal to, we have MFBC is equal to minus 4.5 plus 4 EI theta B divided by span is again 2 meters plus twice EI theta C divided by 2 meter. So this equation will become minus 4.5 plus twice EI theta B plus EI theta C. This will be your equation number, this will be your equation number 3. This will be your equation number 3. Similarly, write down the slope deflection equation for MCB. This is equal to MFCB plus twice EI theta B divided by L, theta B divided by L plus 4 EI theta C divided by L. Okay, just a minute, there is small mistake is there. I have forgotten to write down here the value of I. You can see for BC the value of I is twice I. Okay, the value of I is twice I, so it will be multiplied with 2 here. Again this will be 8 by 2, this will be 8 by 2, and this will be 4, this will be 4, this will be 4, and here also it will be multiplied with 2 here. This will be 4, this will be 4, this will be 4 EI, and this will be twice EI theta C. This will be twice EI theta C. Okay, and I'll delete this particular equation. Just a minute. Okay, so this will be 4 EI, that is twice EI theta C divided by L plus twice EI multiplied by 2 into theta B in this thing. 2 into twice EI theta B divided by L again. Simplify, put the value of MFCB here. Put the value of MFCB here. Okay, put the value of MFCB here. So we will get, we have MFCB. Okay, we have already calculated this as 1.5, so therefore 1.5 plus this will be 8 EI theta C divided by span of BC is 2 meter, BC is 2 meter plus 4 EI theta B divided by again 2 meter. So this MCB, this will be equal to 1.5 plus 4 EI theta C. 4 EI theta C plus twice EI theta B. This will be your equation number 4. This will be your equation number 4. This is your equation number 4 for MCB, for MCB. Okay. Next equation, we have to write down the slope deflection equation for this column CD, for this column CD. Okay, you can see here. Okay, we have already written down the slope deflection equations for this AB, for this BC. Now we have to write down the slope deflection equation for this column CD. We have to write down the slope deflection equation for this column CD. Okay, so slope deflection equation for column CD. We have MCD is equal to MF CD plus 4 EI here you can see the value of moment of inertia for column CD is again twice EI, therefore 4 into twice EI, 4 into twice EI theta C divided by L plus twice again 2 into EI, 2 into EI twice EI theta D divided by L. Again you can see here the moment, the column, this is CD is a column, therefore we have to subtract a term minus 6 EI delta upon L square, Why we are subtracting this particular term of 6 EI delta upon L square? Because this particular type of problem, it is a portal frame with sway. Okay, therefore we are subtracting 6 EI delta upon L square. We have MFCD, we have already calculated minus 3.33 plus, okay, here it will be 8 EI theta C, the height of column is 2 meter plus 4 EI theta B, sorry, this term 4 EI theta D upon L, this particular term will be 0 because the value of theta D here, is 0. Okay, why theta D is 0? Because the support D here is a fixed support, D is a fixed support, therefore this will be 0 minus 6 EI delta upon L square, L is 2, therefore this will be 2 square, so this will be equal to minus 3.33 plus 4 EI theta C, 4 EI theta C, okay, minus 6 EI delta upon L square, this will be 3 EI delta. This is your equation number 5. Okay, this is your equation number 5. Now you have to write down the slope deflection equation for MDC, therefore MDC, sorry, this value, the slope deflection equation for MDC will be MDC is equal to this is equal to MF DC plus twice EI theta C, again I made the mistake, that is it will be 2 into, sorry, that's right, just a minute. The moment of inertia of column CD is twice I again. Okay, so I have to take here twice EI, so this will be 2 into twice EI theta C divided by L, I will directly take 2, okay, plus 4 EI again. Okay, this is a common mistake that we forget to consider the moment of inertia for that particular column. So this will be 4 into twice EI theta D divided by L, that is 2, again minus 6 EI delta upon L square, delta upon L square. Okay, so we'll put the values here. We have MDC is equal to MFDC is equal to 3.33, which was already calculated. You can see here we have already calculated the MFDC. So this will be equal to, MFDC is 3.33 plus this will be twice EI theta C, twice EI theta C. This particular term will be 0 because theta D is 0, as support D is a fixed support, minus 6 EI delta upon L square. I will write down directly 2 square here. So this will be thrice EI delta, thrice EI delta. This is your equation number 6. This is your equation number 6. Okay, so this is how we have to write down all the slope deflection equation. We have written down the slope deflection equations for MAB, BC, CD. Okay, all 3 members we have written down the slope deflection equation. So next step will be to write the equilibrium equation, Okay. Okay, I'll write down here only. Okay, step 3, write equilibrium equations. Write down the equilibrium equation. Okay. Okay, write down the equilibrium equation. So first equilibrium equation will be summation of moment at B is equal to 0. Summation of moment here at this joint B, here at this joint B is equal to 0. Okay, so write down here summation of moment at B is equal to 0. That is, we will have MBA, 2 members meeting here at joint B are MBA, plus MBC, this is equal to 0. Just add these 2 terms, equation number 2 and 3, add equation number 2 and 3, so we will get 0.37. Okay, just a minute. Okay, add here 0.375, this equation number 2, plus EI theta B, minus 0.375 plus equation number 3, that is, this will be minus 4.5, this equation number 3, plus 4.5 plus twice EI theta B, plus twice this will be 4 EI theta B. Okay, sorry, this will be 4 EI theta B. Okay, so this will be 4 EI theta B plus twice EI theta C plus twice EI theta C is equal to 0. Okay, this is our first equilibrium equation. Okay, just simplify this. We will get this as this EI theta B plus 4 EI theta B. This will be 5 EI theta B, 5 EI theta B. Okay, we have one twice EI theta C term here. Okay, you can see here twice EI theta C, twice EI theta C. Okay, and add these again we have one okay, this term, this will be, just a minute. Okay, this was minus you can see here it is minus 0.375 EI delta, so this will be 0.375 EI delta, so this will be minus 0.375 EI delta, and add these 2 terms, that is 0.375 and minus 4.5, so this will be 4.125. just take it on the right hand side, we will get it as 4.125. consider this as equation number 7. Second equation of equilibrium is summation of moment at C is equal to 0. Summation of moment at C is equal to 0. Therefore, which are the two members meeting at point C are MCB and MCD. Okay, MCB plus MCD, this is equal to 0. This is another equation of equilibrium. We have MCB, here you can see equation number 4, and MCD equation number 5. So add equation number 4 and 5, we will get 1.5 plus 4 EI theta C plus twice EI theta B. Here equation number 5 is minus 3.33 plus 4 EI theta C minus 3 EI delta is equal to 0. Okay, just simplify this, we will get add the theta B and theta C terms. So we will get this as twice EI theta B, twice EI theta B plus 8 EI theta C, this 4 EI theta C plus 4 EI theta C, this will be 8 EI theta C. Okay, so 8 EI theta C minus 3 EI delta, 3 EI delta, this 3 EI delta. Okay, we have these two simple terms 1.5 and minus 3.33. Just add these two terms and take on the right hand side. So we'll get 1.83. 1.83. Consider this as equation number 8. Consider this as equation number 8. Okay, this as equation number 8. Okay, now we have to develop one additional equation. We have written down the two equilibrium equations. We have written down the two equilibrium equation, but we need three equations of equilibrium for solving this type of problem with sway. So what we will be doing, we will develop one additional equation of equilibrium now. Okay, we will draw the free body diagram for column AB. Okay, so consider all the forces acting on this particular column as positive. Okay, all the moments acting on this particular column will be again considering those moments as positive, that is in clockwise direction. This will be MAB. Okay, whatever moment is acting here at B, MBA, we are again considering this as positive. Now to find out the value of this HA, what we will be doing, we will take summation of moment. We will be taking summation of moment about this point B. About point B is equal to 0. About point B is equal to 0. Therefore, we will get one equation MAB, this moment MAB plus MBA. Okay, this moment MBA minus, we are having one force which is acting here. The force magnitude is 2 kilonewton and it is acting at a distance 3 meter from point B. So this will be minus 2, that is magnitude of force multiplied by distance, that is 3, minus HA, this HA, that is horizontal reaction at A multiplied by distance, that is 4. This is equal to 0. Just find out the value of HA here. So HA will be equal to HA, this will be equal to MAB plus MBA minus 6 divided by 4. This will be the HA. Just put the values of these MAB and MBA term here. Okay, we have already calculated the value of MAB and MBA. You can see here we have already calculated the value of MAB here, equation number 1, in equation number 1, and MBA in equation number 2. Okay, so we will directly take these values. Okay, so we are having MAB. Okay, so HA is equal to so this HA, this will be equal to MAB. We have MAB, we have written down this equation for MAB, that was minus 1.125 plus 0.5 EI theta b minus 0.375, and BA we have written calculated BA also, that was 0.375 plus EI theta b minus 0.375 EI delta. Again I forgot to write down this value of EI delta, so I'll write down here. Okay, this will be multiplied with EI delta, this will be multiplied with EI delta, okay, minus 6 divided by 4, minus 6 divided by 4. Just simplify this, we will get the value of HA, we will get the value of HA in terms of theta b and theta d. So this will be equal to, this HA will be equal to minus 1.687 plus 0.375 EI theta b minus 0.1875 EI delta. Consider this as equation number, 9. Okay, we have already came up to equation number 8 in previous step, and this will be equation number 9. So this is additional equation of equilibrium. Okay, so I'll copy this particular additional equation of equilibrium. HA is equal to this, I'll copy this equation in the previous step, that is here. Just a minute, where it did get copied. Okay, otherwise I'll write down here only. Okay, I'll write down this equation here. Okay, so we have got this value HA, we have got this value HA is equal to minus 1.687 plus 0.375 EI theta b minus 0.1875 EI delta. Now we have to find out the value of HD, Okay, so for finding out the value of HD, draw the free body diagram, of column CD. We have to draw the free body diagram of column CD. Okay, so column CD will be like this. Some vertical reaction will be there, some horizontal reaction will be there. We will consider horizontal reaction in positive direction. Again, some horizontal reaction at point C will be there. This is point C, this is point D. Okay, this will be HD. We have to find out the value of HD. Okay, some vertical reaction will be acting here like this, some moment will be acting. Let us consider the moment is acting in positive or clockwise direction. This will be MCD. Some moment will be acting here at point D. This will be MDC. Okay, and to find out the value of this HD, take summation of moment about D is equal to 0. So we get the equation. Again, you have to keep in mind that this particular column CD is subjected to some uniformly distributed load, like this, and the intensity is 10 kilonewton per meter. So the equation for this summation of moment at D will be equal to 0. We'll take summation of moment about, we have to take the summation of moment at C is equal to 0. Okay, we have to take the summation of moment about C is equal to 0. So the equation will become MCD plus MDC, this moment MCD plus MDC, okay, then we have some moment developing due to this uniformly distributed load of 10 kilonewton. So plus, this will be clockwise, okay, so therefore plus 10 into 2 multiplied by, it is acting at a distance 2 by 2, okay, and one force, additional force will be there, that is this hd. So this will be anti-clockwise, therefore it will create a moment of anti-clockwise, therefore minus hd into length of this column CD, that is 2 meters. So this is equal to 0, therefore this hd will be equal to mcd plus mdc plus 20, this 10 into 2 into 2 by 2, that is 20, complete term divided by 2. Put the value of mcd and mdc, we have formed the equation for mcd and mdc here. You can see equation number 5 and 6, equation number 5 and 6. Just put these values of mcd and mdc in the in this particular equation, you will get one additional equation, okay. So I'll write down the values here. We have mcd is equal to minus 3.33 plus 4 ei theta c minus 3 ei delta minus 3 ei delta. Then mdc is 3.33, that is 3.33 plus twice ei plus twice ei theta c minus 3 ei delta plus 20, this 20 term, complete term divided by 2, complete term divided by 2. Simplify this, we will get this hd is equal to 3 ei theta c, okay, that is this 4 ei theta c plus 2 ei theta c, that is 6 ei theta c divided by 2, that will be 3 ei theta c minus, okay, this minus 3 ei delta minus 3 ei delta, that will be 6 ei delta divided by 2, that will be minus 3 ei delta, okay, plus 20 by 2, that will be plus 10, okay. So this is, consider this as equation number 10, consider this as equation number 10, okay. And our additional equation of equilibrium, we have our additional equation of equilibrium, okay. We have our additional equation of equilibrium, that is summation of horizontal forces acting on the frame is equal to 0. So we will write down all the horizontal forces. Which are the horizontal forces acting? HA, that is horizontal reaction at A, plus horizontal reaction at D, so horizontal reaction at D, one point load of 2 kilonewton, here is acting is here, you can see here, okay. We are having 1 point load of 2 kilonewton which is acting here, and which is acting in positive x direction, whereas one uniformly distributed load of 10 kilonewton is acting in negative direction, okay. We have to also consider these two loads also, okay, in this equilibrium equation. Okay, so plus 2 kilonewton load which is acting in plus x direction, minus 10 kilonewton per meter uniformly distributed load. So this will be, magnitude will be 10 into 2, so this is equal to 0. We have to add HA and HD, that is equation number 9 and equation number 10. We have to add these two equations. This will be minus 1.68 minus 1.687 plus 0.375. Equation number 9 we are writing ei theta b minus 0.1875 ei delta. Then we have to add equation number 10. This is equation number 10 here. That will be 3 ei theta c minus 3 ei delta minus 3 ei delta plus 10 is equal to plus this 2 and this 20. So plus 2 minus 20, that will be 18. Okay, we will write down directly 18. Okay, 18. This is equal to 0. Just simplify this. We will get this equation in the following form, that is 0.375 ei theta b, 0.375 ei theta b, this term. Then we have this 3 ei theta c, then plus 3 ei theta c, okay, minus this 0.1875 ei delta, and again we have this 3 ei delta. This will be minus 3.1875 ei delta, okay. So this is equal to this this will be equal to 9.687. Consider this as equation number 11. So solve equation simultaneous equations. Equation number just a minute, we have written down that the above equation. Okay, we have to solve equation number 7, 8 and equation number 7, 8 and 11. Okay, if we solve these three simultaneous equations, okay, we will get the value of theta b. Is equal to 1.196 upon ei. Theta c will be equal to minus 1.79 upon ei, and delta will be equal to minus 4.58 divided by ei. These are our three unknowns. You can see here in this particular equation we have three unknowns: theta b, theta c and delta. So this is how the unknown equilibrium unknown displacement or rotations are found out. Now just put these values in equation number 1 to 6. In equation number 1 to 6, okay, we will get the value of MAB. I'll directly write down now because okay, MAB will be equal to 1.19 kilonewton meter. MBA will be equal to, you have to just put these values in equation number 1 to 6. We will get MBA is equal to 3.29 kilonewton meter. MBC is equal to minus 3.29. MCB is equal to minus 3.26 kilonewton meter. MCD is equal to 3.26 kilonewton meter, and MDC is equal to 13.50 kilonewton meter. All terms are in kilonewton meter. Final step will be to draw the bending moment diagram. Draw bending moment diagram. This will be the final step of this particular problem. Okay.